Let's begin with Lionel Messi, because of course we must. The Argentine maestro, now in the twilight of his playing years, is negotiating what could very well be his final professional contract. Talks with Inter Miami have reached the final stages, with just minor details and official approval from MLS left to settle. The deal is expected to extend Messi's stay beyond the 2026 World Cup in the United States, a poetic curtain call for a career that has already redefined greatness. At 38, Messi continues to stun the world with 28 goals and 13 assists in 2025 alone. His new contract is rumored to bring in more than $20 million annually, ensuring that as MLS pushes to cement itself on the global stage, Messi remains the league's face, its standard bearer, and perhaps its most important marketing weapon. For Inter Miami, it means his American dream will not only continue, but could solidify the club's place in football history as the final stop of the greatest player ever. But while Messi's story feels like destiny, another tale of wealth defies belief. In a sport where Ronaldo, Neymar, and Messi are billionaires, or close to it, none of them even come close to Faik Bolkiah, the world's richest footballer. His fortune? An unfathomable $20 billion thanks not to sponsorships, goals, or trophies, but bloodline. The nephew of the Sultan of Brunei, Bolkiah is a player who never reached the heights of superstardom, yet eclipses every elite athlete in sheer financial power. Neymar's estimated $1.3 billion, Ronaldo's $1 billion, Messi's $800 million, they all look small beside Bolkiah's empire. His story is a reminder that football doesn't always follow the rules of merit. Sometimes fate writes its script in ways even Hollywood wouldn't dare imagine. Speaking of scripts too perfect to be real, fate brought Jose Mourinho back to where it all began. Exactly 25 years to the day after his first match as Benfica manager, the self-proclaimed special one has returned to the club's bench. On September 20th, 2000, Mourinho began his legendary rise with Benfica. On September 20th, 2025, he is back, the circle complete. In between, he conquered Europe, claimed league titles across multiple countries, and etched his name among the greatest managers in history. Now with Benfica, it feels like destiny has pulled him home. To think that precisely a quarter century separates his first and second chapters at the same club, it is nothing short of magical. But while Mourinho savors his poetic return, Stamford Bridge descends deeper into chaos. Raheem Sterling, once a marquee signing for Chelsea, now finds himself exiled. Left out of the Club World Cup squad and denied moves to West Ham or Fulham due to his high-wage demands and insistence on staying in London, Sterling now trains alone with Axel Disasi. His career feels like it's hanging by a thread. Troy Deeney, never one to hold back, declared that Sterling has no right to complain. He rejected his escape routes and must now live with the consequences. Manager Enzo Maresca only poured fuel on the fire by dismissing Sterling's complaints with a remark about his fisherman. Father working harder than any footballer ever could, Sterling's. Chelsea record, 34 goals and assists in 62 matches, was neither a disaster nor a success. A reflection of his inability to reach the heights expected when he arrived in 2022. A loan spell at Arsenal yielded just 7 starts, and now he gambles on outlasting Maresca. But the coach is delivering results, and Sterling is staring at months of isolation that could sap his form and destroy his value. January will be his make-or-break moment. Find a new club or risk sliding into irrelevance. While Chelsea implodes, Manchester United erupts in scandal. After a disastrous start to the season, head coach Ruben Amorim faced pressure to change his philosophy. But when asked if he'd abandon his beloved 3-4-3 system at the request of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Amorim fired back with defiance. Not once. Not even the Pope could make me change. This is my job, my responsibility, my life. The system will evolve, but it will be on my terms. It was more than just stubbornness, it was open rebellion. Ratcliffe, who has pushed for reforms at United since becoming a major shareholder, now faces a manager daring him to interfere. And if that wasn't enough drama, Harry Maguire stepped into the fire, defending his coach and the system. Maguire declared that tactics are an easy target for criticism, but the real responsibility lies with the players. It was a surprising show of loyalty that only deepened the standoff. Either Amorim's defiance earns him respect or it accelerates his downfall. The outcome is uncertain, but the tension is boiling over at Old Trafford, and just as Amorim digs in his heels, rumors swirl of his replacement. According to reports, United's shortlist already has a clear frontrunner, Mauricio Pochettino. The Argentine, currently managing the U.S. national team, brings Premier League experience with Tottenham and Chelsea. Others in contention include Oliver Glasner, Marco Silva, Andoni Iraola, and Gareth Southgate, but Pochettino stands out as the most ready for Old Trafford's pressure cooker. If Amorim fails to turn results quickly, the script may flip overnight, and United's red could soon be worn by Pochettino. Beyond the Premier League, Europe watches as Barcelona prepares for its clash with PSG, but it won't be at Camp Nou. With the legendary stadium still under reconstruction, Barca will host at the Estadio Olímpic Luis Companys. Capacity is cut in half, meaning just 27,000 fans will attend under UEFA regulations. Every match away from Camp Nou serves as a reminder of the wait for the club's true home to reopen. For now, Barcelona must fight its European battles away from the fortress that defined its history. Elsewhere in England, Jordan Pickford prepares to cement his place at Everton. Negotiations for a contract extension until 2028 are nearly complete. Having joined the Toffees in 2017, Pickford has become a cornerstone of their project. Last season's 40 matches, 13 clean sheets, and 46 goals conceded underline his value. If signed, the deal will ensure Everton's future remains anchored by one of England's best keepers. And then there is Pep Guardiola, master of mind games, striking once again. Asked what he would say to Mikel Arteta if Arsenal won the league, Pep replied with biting sarcasm, "If he wins the title, it's only because he spent money." He compared it to Liverpool's spending, twisting the knife with a smile. Yet after the jab, he shifted to genuine respect, praising Arsenal's steady growth, their flawless defense, and their wise investments. Arteta's response? A masterclass in humility. He called Guardiola the best in the world, praising his relentless standards and the lessons he instilled during their time together. What could have been a war of words instead became a story of respect between two rivals, proving that even in football's fiercest battles, friendship sometimes triumphs. And so the week in football gives us everything: scandal at United, defiance in the face of power, Sterling's Chelsea exile, Messi's golden twilight, and Mourinho's miraculous homecoming. This sport is more than goals and results. It is theater, filled with characters who challenge, betray, inspire, and occasionally remind us why we love it so much. That's it for now. But before you go, what do you think of Ruben Amorim's standoff with Jim Ratcliffe? Bravery or suicide? Should Sterling swallow his pride and leave Chelsea in January? And will Messi's American chapter end as beautifully as it began? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so you never miss a single moment of football's endless drama.